80s Taco Bell. But with that said,
Thanks, brother.
Subi, this is the battle of the midweights. I mean, you heard it in the pregame. You heard them talk about it on the desk. These teams both sit at 1-1 currently today in the standings. And Giants, who we've seen talks, John Way before, and Itachi on Barcelona. I mean, very similar to Weedham Girls last year, right? A lot of firepower, but not a lot of synergy. There's things they need to work on the pitch. Welcome to RLCS, baby. It's going to be a good one. I'm excited to be back.
Oh, that's unfortunate. And an own save there. And here comes Itachi, always dangerous when he gets that ball up in the air. But yes, you were talking about middleweights here, but I would just say that, you know, FC Barcelona hit a snag in the road today because Ronicky not playing like he did last week up against Guild Esports. I'm sorry, Ronicky sitting at 0.33 goals per game, no assists. I mean, just very slow offensively. Couldn't hit shots, only shooting 11%. But there it is. Devo gets the first one on the board for FC Barcelona.
But bam! Usually you can find your ways throughout this roster, relying on Devo and Ronicky to bail you out in tough situations. Speaking of that, bringing the ball up through the corner, not a lot of boost, but you make it work. And we kick things off in this series, 1-0 to FC Barcelona. And we have seen this team. You guys were with us in Rival Series last year. They were like the #1 team in Europe up until around the end of the season. There was a lot of questions about, you know, would they make team changes? What is exactly going to be the stakes they bring to the RLCS? It looks like they're doing a pretty good job to kick things off.
Yeah, making the most of the situation for sure. They realize that opportunities like this may not always present themselves, but they're definitely making a name for themselves in Europe, proving that they're one of the top teams, definitely top 16, but a demo takes the goalie out and Stake gets an easy shot on target to tie this one up.
It was just that unfortunate push out from Stake in the front of his box. Stake actually comes in and picks up that pass forward. Tie game, easy pickings. So back and forth, Stevie, to kick things off, I mean, relatively simple, right? We've seen a couple of physical plays. Other than that, no one really creating any opportunities in the passing lane. It's just been a poke back and forth, some slow burners, but other than that, Stock's up with the ball. See what he's able to do is he tries to bring it down to the corner. Ronicky and Devo will intercept. The duality there, we've talked about time and time again. Stake off the back wall. Can he follow up? A teammate there to save from Devo. And the stuff in front of the box. Transitional opportunity. FC Barcelona on the attack. And back down we go to midfield.
Yeah, so far I'm seeing a little bit too much aggression on the defensive side from Barca Esports right now. You're seeing the second man pushing forward out of the box and off that goal line, and it's leaving that net open, and they're having to rely on the third man to rotate back very quickly, and that's not something that you really want to get too comfortable with, because eventually the Vodafone Giants are going to be putting those hard shots on target, and you're not going to have anyone back there to save them.
And you're lucky for Tox, who's able to bring that out. It allows everyone else to rotate back. Jamway and Stake will be your two men back. That ball is going to hang precariously, but Stake will take it away. This one's going to fall down at midfield. Itachi will bring it in. Up to Ronicky, a decent pass, but just off target to a bit. A little bit wide and right on the post. Ronicky,
great cut.
Missed opportunity. Can Itachi circle back? And they get it to reel in. A couple of awkward hits back and forth, Subi.
Yeah, I love that cut there from Jamwe to take away the pass, and a soft shot saved by Tox. That is a hard one to make as he's on that close post, and he's got to just wait until that ball's in the air to make his move. He does so perfectly, and right now, these teams look so evenly matched. I love this new Swiss system in the fact that you're seeing a team that's gone 1-1 so far on today face another 1-1 team. So you don't get these teams that are super hot going up against teams that aren't doing too well. It's just a fun thing to watch.
And you're going to get a lot of just essentially neutral Rocket League back and forth. A lot of these matches are going to be same skill level, how you're playing that day, and that's why Swiss is amazing. A wonderful save, a shot from Stake, back to midfield. Up for Tox in traffic, who does stabilize for the moment, but Devo will carry it on the ground. Can he get it over one? Flipped up to Itachi. That one's going to go into the corner, and we'll see a challenge won by Giants back the other way to the adjacent side. So, again, with this stalemate, 1-1, it's on offensive turn, but we find ourselves slowing down in the third, and back to the corner again. Now Giants have an opportunity as two following in. Somewhat decent shot. Here comes an opportunity as well. The follow-up will not connect.
And great pressure here from the Vodafone Giants, and a miss by Stake and a miss by Tox. everyone discombobulated on the field right now. Here comes Ronicky off the ceiling. He just got over 100 points in this game. He's playing a little slow today. Definitely doesn't look like himself. Unsure of what's going on, but one thing that I do know is Barca definitely needs him to step up if they're going to be successful and be able to get into that single elimination bracket tomorrow.
Well, say what you want about some of the offensive creation, but everything else on defense has been relatively smooth for both sides. Stake trying to work under both, not going to happen. Is a follow-up attempt into the corner. Could we be seeing overtime in game one? Well, if Ronicky can single-handedly carry this one forward, possibly not, but with 1 second left, it's going to take an absolute miracle to keep this one up with no boost. And overtime we go.
And would it be any other way, Spaceman?
Nope.
We get on the mic together, and first game back, we go to overtime. We are so used to them. We're so used to game fives. And hey, it's okay with me, but it could be a quick one. His talk, he shot on, and a nice save there from Itachi. And this ball's bombed down to the orange half, a bump on the target, but both Devo and Itachi all the way back on the defensive end to grab this.
And they single out some of these passes that leave opportunities on the doorstep, but you can't really ring the bell just yet. There's not enough space on the field. Have to spread the defense out for either side. Devo passes up to Ronicky. What does he have to work with? 15 boost and attempt. Itachi wide left. That one's going to bank off, come back down in possession of Giants. Tox will now move in transition, trying to extend the play. Ronicky with a pass as well. Back to Devo. Shot there. The follow-up. And the defense from Giants holds strong.
FC Barcelona starting to warm up offensively. The passes are starting to connect. Each play going from 1-2 to the third. And my, oh my, somehow Vodafone Giants able to hold on here as we get past the first minute of overtime. Tox puts a shot on target, but Itachi was back there waiting patiently. I didn't see him there. As cool, calm, and collected Barca are on the defensive end.
Been an absolute heavyweight bloodbath back and forth. Just throwing blows, seeing what lands. A shot, a follow-up, the third. Devo rotating back, and he has to grab boost in the process, some to burn. He wins the 50/1. Ronicky comes over top. They're going to play this corner, and they pass it out forward. Maybe could have elected to just bring that himself. I don't think he had enough boost, though. Does grab it in midfield. Back to Tox. Up for Jamwe. Not going to happen into the corner.
Great pressure from both teams, both offensively and defensively. This is turning into quite the chess match on the field as a good 50-50 there at midfield, but Ronicky's going to pass this one forward. Jamwe gets the double tap to put that back towards midfield, and right now it's just a battle over the middle ground to try and show who's the most dominating team right now. Stake can't get that double touch, but Tox bails him out. And back and forth we continue to go. About another half of a game of Rocket League has been played here in overtime.
How much Barcelona and Giants have been burning boost on these attempts. It's Jamwe who slows it down. Can he bring it inside the goal? Not going to happen. Itachi does get the save. On the other side, Devo with the carry taken away. One again by Giants, and back and forth we ensue. The trades on either side of the ball. It's Ronicky trying to set up for the third man back. Devo had no boost, so now he has to restabilize. Itachi up into the corner. Here comes Ronicky with a follow-up. No boost, back the other way. Tox has some to work with. Can he burn it? Not going to happen. Again, challenge one and into traffic. It's slowed down by Jamwe. The follow-up for Ronicky will take it back to midfield.
And it's just going to take the simplest mistake for this game to be over. Right now, both teams playing to perfection. And, oh, Itachi, that almost off of his own
was going to be it, man.
Holy smokes. But they get out of the murky water there as Vodafone Giants looking to get some semblance of offense started here.
4 saves for Devo. 1 goal. That's been the difference maker here. The defense for both teams. It's Itachi who can't beat Jamwe to the punch. Ronicky slows it down. Not a lot of boost. Itachi underneath. That one's going to hang, but Tox will take care of it. Devo's going to reel it into midfield. That ball will hang again. So not a lot of power behind these shots, but it's Tox with an opportunity. The second touch, Tox! Unbelievable finish.
What is this double touch? He's touching the wall and it just squirts into the net. What a pinch! And Vodafone Giants take game 1 on the amazing play from Tox.
You know what that is? That's when you're trying to get toothpaste out of the little tube and you just squirt it just a little bit at the end and you're like, oh wow, We don't have to go to the store today. This is great. What a wonderful finish to that overtime. They take it 2-1. See on your screen, 8 shots, 1 goal for Tox, 6-1 for Stake, 2-0 for Jean-Wei. On the other side, 3-1, 4-0, 1-0. It was just a battle of defense, right? And you have to look at your playmakers. You're looking at Ronike and Devo for Barcelona. For Giants, you have to look at Jean-Wei and Itachi. Tox. You have to look at those two players. Jean-Wei stepping up with a couple of saves, opening things up at midfield, and Tox, who was able to close out the game. 8 shots to his name, but man, it just back and forth, Subi. It's going to be a close series. That's all I can say.
It's going to be a close series, and I genuinely feel like if Ronike wakes up just a little bit, it's going to be game over. Barca are going to run away with this one right now because Itachi is playing out of his mind. He is carrying Barca up and down the field, and Devo is playing the second man perfectly, and they're just waiting on Ronike. It just seems like he's just a step behind them right now, but you saw they went into overtime for 3 minutes, and speaking of Ronike, how about a 3-second goal to open up game 2?
Oh, man, I saw this yesterday with Rogue a couple of times. Lose the face-off, easy pickings. Ronike, thank you very much. But, Subi, the dimensions of this team, I think we could talk a little bit about that, right? Barcelona, very heavy in terms of individual star power, but the synergy as a unit maybe has some questions we could ask. But when the team starts coming together, that's when the fireworks really start coming out. You're looking at Ronike and Devo. What are the dimensions this team can fall back on when not everyone's picking up the slack? Well, I think that it requires someone to start stepping up, and maybe Devo can do that while Ronike's finding his footing.
Yeah, and I think he has done that today. I think he's done a great job of stepping up in place of Ronike, and that's the danger of this Barca team is if you've got 2 of the 3 members that are hot, they're still dangerous. And then if all 3 are hot and the whole team's firing on all cylinders, good night. But here's some numbers. There's the pass. There's the shot. There's the goal. And 2-0 for Barca Esports.
And here's the passing we were looking for. It's Ronike with the slow. Easy thread through as Itachi reads it. Defender had no chance. All of a sudden, Barca is like, hey, we're in this bracket too, man. We're here for a reason. We may be 1-1, but I will be so upset if we don't get ourselves on the board here.
Yeah, Ronike had the stream up, and he heard us talking about him and said, okay, all right, I'll show you guys. Let me get 100% goal participation here in game number 2. All
right, so Devo will bring that up to Itachi. Threads it up for Ronike. Can he get the second touch? No, bumped out. Devo misses it wide to the top. Okay, that was an interesting hit.
Oh, you just got to laugh about that one if you're Devo, because you don't expect a player at this level to just completely whiff the ball there.
It's like a pitcher saying he's going to throw a warm-up and throws it over the backstop. That's not what we expected, but sure, get it out earlier. Up 2-0, have some to give. Ronike is going to follow in pursuit. Itachi. Can he read it? Yes, but great defense. And back the other way, Devo has to stop it in transition. He does. The block off, but the offensive pressure right now from Giants has been phenomenal. Big demo. Leaves the man advantage on the field. And slowing it down is Barca.
Shot, but here comes one just a little too wide off of that post. It looks like I just need to keep talking about what teams aren't doing, and they'll immediately go ahead and do that right after I talk about it.
Welcome back to Rivals Season 6. That's what happened to us the entire season. It was great. Wonderful save. It's Itachi trying to make the play, but it's Stake with the interception. Ronike takes it back, and Tox will reel it in. Up for his teammates. Empty shot. No one's really going to follow. That one's going to come back as well. So the ball has made its way back to either half a couple of times in this minute. A big demo kind of opens up the back third. It's Devo with a chance, and the follow-up shot not going to land. Ronike had an opportunity, an idea. The execution just not quite there.
Yeah, it was a great play. I love seeing that. Devo gets that demo. He's pushed forward on offense. So, hey, I'm open for that pass now. He's just a little too far off of his mark. And Itachi cheating up. Gets that pass forward. It's going to roll back down. Ronike gets the read, but too soft, and Tox easily going to clear this ball downfield. FC Barcelona have done a great job of controlling the pitch here. Still up by 2 goals, and just under 2 minutes now. Vodafone Giants need to start getting to work now, as it's much easier to get 1 goal instead of 2 when you're down. I don't even know what I'm saying now, but obviously it's easier to get 1 goal than 2.
It's easier to get 1 when you're down 1. Yeah, it's math. It works out.
Yeah,
it's
I
all
don't know.
Go with the whip. That's interesting. That goal will not land. Sorry about that. Steg will try his hand at this attempt, but immediately gets sent to the nether realm, and Itachi will bring it back in. So, Subi, one of the interesting things about this series thus far, until we see another goal, well, off of that 2-0 start, it's been everything we saw in Game 1, right? A couple of high-quality shots, but great defense for both teams. And when you go down early like that, especially with a lead you have to make up 2 of, it's kind of difficult to find rhythm when both teams are playing phenomenal defense.
Oh, and great wave dash there from Devo to get in front of that ball. And look how far forward all of the Giants are there. All 3 bunched up in the corner. Great opportunity for FC Barcelona. Ronicky gets the demo, the shot there, but Jamwe able to get that clutch save and keep his team in this. Tox puts a very weak shot on target. It's an opportunity thrown by the wayside there, and they need to start getting to work. 45 seconds to go, still down by 2. And here's a good one, the shot up, but somehow Devo gets that save.
Jamwe a little too late to the bump, and Tox, Giants behind him looking to swing this one around if they can. They need the rotation to come in essentially now. The challenge kind of won by Giants, if you want to call it that. They burn a lot of boosts in the process. Open net, but again, taken away. That booming clear will clear sometime as well. Looking at about 10 seconds or so. 15 and counting. This game, too, could go 2-0. Barcelona Esports looking to close it out. An opportunity, but Ronage has to come up with a big save. Does pinch it off the backboard. That one's going to hang. Into the corner. 4 seconds. Mathematically impossible. Sure. And we close out game 2 at 2-0 lead. And it's Barcelona who finally get themselves on the board in this series.
Yeah, I wasn't scared for them, especially after what we saw in game number 1.
You were scared. Don't lie. You were scared.
I'm always scared. I live in fear. But one thing that I'd like to see from Vodafone Giants here is them get a little more aggressive earlier in the match. It seemed like they didn't have any sense of urgency up until about halftime in this one. It took them about 2 minutes, 30 seconds to get some shots on target. And at that point, when you're facing a team like Barcelona, it's just too little too late.
Yeah, and there comes a couple instances where if you feel like you're just weathering the storm as a defense and you're being thrown the same looks each and every offensive opportunity, you expect what's coming from Barca. You do. And at some point, you have to be able to break the mold. You can't stay latent and you can't stay in your own lane. You have to be able to get out, try to push the ball and push the pressure just a little bit, right? So it creates opportunities. Maybe you switch up the meta just in-game itself, but it seemed like a couple of times they had a chance on rotation, Subi. Maybe they missed a couple of passes, but not a lot of high-quality shots, I think you could say, throughout that game, too. They didn't get a lot of good looks. It was kind of just waiting for the defensive breakdown from Barcelona to come through, which really didn't. They held strong throughout.
Yeah, you can't rely on that in a match, especially at this level. You've got to create your own opportunities, and I didn't see any demos coming out from them. You know me, I love demos. I love when players get down and dirty, so maybe do something like that to shake things up, but you got to do something different than you did in game 2, and the mind games come out. Jamwe puts Ronicky on a poster.
That's what we love to see. Win the face-off over Devo. Goodbye. See you later. Jamwe, what you gonna do? Bam! Right into the corner. Nothing you can do about that. That's the ISO ball play. We love it. Jamwe get himself on the board. And once again, this game and series will kick off with a quick goal. And now it's about who's going to find themselves in the tally marks to kick off the rest of the game.
Yeah, it only took them a second longer, and there's the second one of the game. That one, 9 seconds later. Vodafone Giants, I guess they're giving themselves a handicap here in game number 3.
I don't think they expected that one to go in any more than we did. I thought that was off just by a hair. But credit where credit's due. 2-0. And hey, Barca, welcome to the party. Yeah, you're basically looking at a reverse of game 2. Now the question is, what can you do? Devo, please stop. That was disgusting. Itachi with the follow-up. Won't land. Ronike now has to fall back. Devo has no boost. We'll see him in a couple of seconds as he comes back to the play. And the defensive hold. And you can tell that they look more comfortable into this game 3. They're starting to get these passing lanes opened up. They're creating opportunities with that big bump that opens up the middle of the box. And Tox tries to play it into the corner, but I love what I'm seeing thus far from Vodafone Giants.
Zero hesitation, just 100% pure aggression here as far as ball challenges go. They're not giving Barca Esports any space right now, and here comes Itachi, gets dunked by Steak. Good heads-up play to just put a touch on that ball and maintain offensive possession.
Oh, was waiting for that one to develop. You could tell. You could tell they had it. Just a little too off on the angle. Veronica with a very dangerous slowdown. Devo over 1. Challenge up to the ceiling. Itachi will bring it back. No boost. Devo, however, will extend it. Some to burn. Gets it off the wall. Is anyone there? No. Itachi at midfield. Veronica trying to slow. Zamwe with a picture-perfect touch.
Yeah, good luck blocking this one. Just absolute power going to the top shelf and just squeezes it under that crossbar. He's 2 for 2 this game. He's absolutely on fire, and Vodafone Giants are up by 3.
You know, Marky talked about it in the pregame. He said that unlike Barca, which has just a firework display of power behind their shots with Devo and Ronicky, Giants are a much better oiled machine as a team compared to this Barca squad at this point, right? So we expect them at some point to start waking up like they've done here. And it looks like with this 3-0 start to Game 3 and a series tied 1-1, that could be the reality.
Uh-oh, open net, and Devo, an awkward angle to try and shoot that ball. Unfortunate situation as Barca Esports should have had one there, but shoulda, coulda, woulda, and the scoreline remains 3-0. But here comes Itachi. They do have numbers, but that's an easy clear downfield for Tox. And you'd like to see him to get to work, you know, sometime soon. Down by 3, halftime just around the corner, and they've still only put 3 shots on target.
And every time they put up an attempt, it's always the Giants that have these booming hits back. Great save from Stake. They have these booming hits downfield that transition right into their offensive plan. And it's been left up to Devo, Itachi, and Renegade to respond and try to slow things down. A very different Giants team than what we saw in the first 2 games. A follow-up from Stake. Off the backboard. The second touch! Thank you very much, Stake. Welcome to Week 2.
Highlight reel goals are what Stake is made of. My goodness. What a touch to get that ball up on the backboard, and then the read to put it on target. Absolutely disgusting. And with that one, all 3 members with a goal here in game number 3. Like you said, Spaceman, Vodafone Giants, a well-oiled machine, and they're looking comfortable. You see the passing plays coming out, those midfield transitional plays, so hard to defend.
Not going to say it's safe to call this possible game. Here comes a breakaway chance. Let's see if they're able to capitalize. No, taken away from Tox. But with a minute 45, you're down by 4. Other than 2 or 3 good looks, not a whole lot of high-quality shots in this game. Giants on the verge of going up 2-1 in the series. Of course, these 2 teams are tied 1-1 in the day. So there's a lot on the line here to move on to the bracket. But right now, the biggest question has been, who is going to slow down Jamwe? Hat trick, I tip to you, good sir.
Yeah, it's just time to throw your hats on the field, because at this point, that's all you can do. Nothing but respect for the team plays that we're seeing come out right now from Vodafone Giants.
Well, this has been a bit of a blowout. I don't think I expected that. I said this is the battle of the middleweights, and all of a sudden they're throwing haymakers. It's only game 3.
Okay.
Great touch. Okay. Yep. This one's done. Put a little bow on it. You opened up on Christmas morning. You said, hey, we want some goals. Your dad comes down, gives you a present. It's like 6 goals, 4 for Jamwe. Everyone else gets goal, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't even know if this is worthy of a bow. This thing's just a little stocking stuffer here. Barca Esports put up 0 fight here against Vodafone Giants. 6-0, but if I know these players, Ronicky, Itachi, and Devo, they will not lay down and just give up. They're going to bring it in game number 4 with everything on the line. And it could get started here. Why not get some goals, bring that momentum into game number 4?
If you want to call a 1 or 2 goal comeback possibly a momentum swing, that's brave.
Feel good. That's feel good.
I don't know if I'd feel good at that even then, because think about this. What have we seen thus far from Barca in Game 3 that has changed our kind of perception at this point, right? We know that players need to step up. We know we're looking for Ronicky to step up. We know we're looking for Devo to start taking more command. Itachi's been I mean, relatively quiet on the field, but there's not a whole lot of offense for this team. On the other side, for Giants, it has been a complete reversal from games 1 and 2. They look like a completely different team. I feel like there's not a lot to say just about Barca. We have not seen them on offense.
Yeah, definitely looks like they've slowed up slightly, where the Giants absolutely have not.
Yeah.
You called it games 1 and 2. This is a complete reversal because they did win game 1, but it took them just about 3 minutes and 40 seconds in overtime, and Steak missed that mind game. I don't know what he's doing there, but complete whiff on that ball. But either way, they didn't need it. 6-0, and they go up 2-1 in the series. They just need one more to move past Barca Esports.
Ay. You heard it here. One more game, and they will continue on. But, that's the rough part about these Swiss brackets, man. Every game matters. Every series obviously matters. And when you get blown out like that, look, I guess the only takeaway you could really say is that it's not that it was a complete offensive breakdown, because let's be real, there was really no offense. Essentially, your defense didn't hold up. There was a lot of transitional mistakes that you made. The third man back didn't really do his job in that game, right? You left the net open a couple of times, bad challenges, but on offense, we haven't seen a lot from this team. And that kind of gives me some pause. That gives me some optimism that possibly things will right themselves right, but Subi, I don't know, man. I'm feeling interesting about this series.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. And that's kind of been the storyline of RLCS X since it started. There's been a couple head scratchers of like, hey, I thought I knew this game, and what we've seen on the field, no, I don't know this game at all.
This is Rocket League. This makes sense.
And a good start there, though, for FC Barcelona. Great pressure right from the get-go, as already one shot on target in the first 15 seconds. Midfield pressure is there, and Ronicky gets the easy save off the backboard.
Well, Devo does get it over Janway. Passes it up for Ronicky, trying to read it. A little too far to the right. Itachi now has to rotate back. A dangerous preposition. Proposition is the right word there. As Devo will try to carry it out to midfield. Back and forth these teams go. I'm just waiting to see what they pull out at this point. Yeah, a lot of this is just kind of testing the waters for either side.
No, I'm right there with you, and I've been kind of sitting here with my hand on my chin, just kind of watching both teams offensively, defensively. Obviously, that's what we're all here doing, but trying to break down, okay, what is FC Barcelona trying to do differently right now compared to games 1, 2, and 3? What are they trying to change? And right now, it's stuff like that. It is just aggressive challenges. There is zero hesitation, because they realize that those hesitating plays is what's kind of throwing them off. You see Ronicky just going up for that. He realized he doesn't have a shot, but he's got a touch on that ball, and that's enough just to throw off the defense.
I don't know if Ronicky was thinking about attempting that ball. I don't think he had boost, and that's why he hauled off on the play. A missed hit from Itachi. Janway just making him look absolutely ridiculous in the front of the net.
This is just high IQ, great shot placement. He sees Itachi go off that side post and says, hey, back door's wide open. I'm going to slot it in, and puts it inside that close post. And there it is, 1-goal lead. They've got a long time to hold on to it. And FC Barcelona, like I said earlier, not going to go down without a fight.
Vamos, mi amigo, por favor. As he made Itachi look absolutely ridiculous. A second chance. And Subi, there's been a couple of opportunities with goals like that, or I should say attempts like that, where it looks like Devo and Itachi are in the right position to possibly get a good shot down. But they either miss the hit, or they don't necessarily fully commit on the play. I don't know if it's just a lack of communication coming out right now, or if they don't feel comfortable with some of the chances they've been given, but something's got to definitely change.
Yeah, right there. No pressure on that ball. They're low on boost right now on defense. Vodafone Giants are doing a great job of stealing those boost pads. Steak just did it, but on the opposite side of the field, so Itachi's going to run away with it, and it's going to be an offensive opportunity for FC Barcelona. Can they do anything with it, though, is the big question. Ronicky's up. Ronicky puts it in, and just like that, we've got ourselves a tie ball game.
There's the icebreaker we were looking for. Win the challenge, and Ronique waking up just a little bit. The soft touch landing, thank you very much. 1-1, 208 into Game 4. If you guys are just joining us, remember, this is Giants versus FC Barcelona. 2-1 lead for Giants, and they're on the verge of winning this series 3-1 up until that goal came through, and Ronique looks like he's back in the action. Can he have a waterfall down moment? Would have been wonderful to see, but Devo will try to bring it back. Stake cuts it off in the front of the box. Talk's now rotating in. They're going to swing this one to the side. Challenge won by Ronique. Wonderful challenge at that. And teammate comes in for the pressure build-up, and back to midfield we go.
Oh, great catch there. Great dribbles from Shamwe. Really making a name for himself here with his 1v1 skills, but that shot so hard on target. Absolutely filthy.
We saw that last game as well. I mean, painting the top, so difficult, and just the confidence in that shot. He was the third man up. 2-1 Giants. I love the confidence from this team.
And right there,
Defender?
Again, they are just killing them on the face-offs. And Vodafone Giants putting the 3 Ps on display, the power, the precision, and the placement. My, oh my, this team is looking hot.
I understand you want boost, but someone has to play defense. What's going on here?
Overextension on that challenge off of the kickoff. That's exactly what happened, and whew, they almost got a quick one back there.
Oh, God. Rocket League, you never fail to age me just a little bit. Jamwe will bring this one to the corner. Devo trying to bring it down. He gets it out in front of the net. Challenge again, won by Giants, back the other way. They stay alive. Ronique now moving in pursuit. It's Itachi underneath. A follow-up, but 2 commit on the hold. Tox will take it away. Down to the ground we go. Great pinch, but, just not enough power behind that shot. That's okay. You have a 3-1 lead. 51 seconds. Pressure currently on Barcelona to make a play.
I mean, they need one right here. They need it on this offensive push, because if this clear comes out, which it hasn't yet, they still have pressure. But right here, I'm going to say that is ball game, as Vodafone Giants weathered the storm. FC Barcelona just can't get anything going offensively.
And all it takes is essentially one more booming clear, and you're going to kill enough time on this game. And with a play like that, plenty of time to read it. There's the clear. 15 seconds and counting. Goodbye. 3-1 win for Giants, barring a miracle of galactic and biblical proportions. Giants will move to 2-1 on the day and take this series 3-1.
Wow. What a performance coming out from Vodafone Giants. If you would have asked me 100 times to pick a winner between this matchup, I'm going to say 99.5 of those decisions would be Barca Esports, for sure.
We didn't really get to make predictions before we went into this, right? We hopped right into the game. But I'm not saying I would have picked Giants, but I was heavily considering just the same story we've been beating over the head year in, year out, whatever esport it is. Whenever you have a team that's full of superstars, right? They're full of absolute powerhouse talent. But you have another team that maybe doesn't have that same level of talent, but they have the mechanisms in place to work better as a team, right? They're an oiled machine. We know what they can do. Oftentimes, you're going to want to favor the team that has all of their bearings aligned. You don't really want to look at a team with the superstars who you're relying on one of them to get things going. If you agree, I would love to know if you disagree as well. But I went into this a little cautious for Barca because you're asking a lot from each individual rather than on Giants, where you're essentially just asking them, hey, play a team game.
Yeah, and again, it just came down to the team plays that were coming out from the Vodafone Giants. You saw it at midfield, you saw it coming out of the corners, and more importantly, you saw it on their clears. They were consistently not just bombing the ball downfield. They did when they saw that option was available, but time and time again, they were passing that ball down to a teammate at midfield to try and get that ball out of their defensive half. And that's what it takes to beat a team like Barca, especially when they're overextending on offense. They're pushing forward, trying to get those last second goals. You just say, hey, we're going to do what we can to break out of defense and kill time off of that clock.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, with that said, guys, remember to make sure you tune into all the streams. Make sure you check out Rocket League Esports on Twitter. Let us know what you've been thinking thus far about the games. Make sure you check out E-League Twitter as well. Let us know, again, what is your favorite series thus far? Did you enjoy that one? We had some crazy nutty goals, but I'm sure it could have been more exciting. And as we move into our next series, we'll get you all prepped up and ready to go. That means we're hopping to a quick commercial break. And when we return, Rocket League continues.